Hello, and welcome to another stream of the ultimate hardcore Shiny Manectric Hunt live. My name is ElectriCrew here, in yet another stream where we will be once again delving into Pokemon Emerald to try and find a Shiny Manectric, because we are trying to get a Shiny Manectric in every Pokemon game that it appears in, after hardcore nuzlocking that game up until the point we can get said Manectric. I hope you're excited for this stream. If you are and you've not yet liked the stream and subscribed to the channel, consider doing so so you can catch every single one of these as they come out. Regardless though, thank you so much for being here. We are also going to be doing, while this is going on, a nice little STD Shiny Hunt in Pokemon Legends Arceus, which you can see down below. Because those take so long, we're going to just wait for them to appear, and once they appear, we will switch over to this screen and hunt for that. But in the meantime, we're going to be hunting in this game instead. So, should be a good time. I need to turn on a couple of different codes, so please bear with me. I have not set up the text-to-speech yet, and I also need to set up my counter program so that I can increment the counter on the screen. But welcome in, Crunchy, Carlos, Solo, thanks so much for joining the stream before it even started. Also, welcome into Luigi Dragon and Ash. Thank you so much for joining as it starts. Hope you're both doing well, as well as the other three that were here already. Appreciate you being here. Alright, so we need to go up to desktop, and then recording software. Is that it? Oh, nope, that's found it. That is ExpressVPN. Where is it? Desktop. Where the heck is the folder? There it is. Alright. And counter program. .exe. There we go. I can't tell if that's Ectric shirt that's black or if it's just a blanket. It is a Snuggie, actually. I have a shirt on underneath it, Snapple shirt. But it's kind of cool. Welcome in, Dazzling. Good to have you in. Hope you're doing well. Alright, text-to-speech should be set up. Counter started now, so we're good there. And yeah, I think that's all set. Alright, cool. So let's get the hunt on. Snuggie of one of those? Oh yeah. They are quite comfortable. And good for gaming. Imagine it was just first shot. We just got the shiny immediately. Stop and cut fact check? Sure thing. The dot over the letter I is called a tittle. I did know that. How's everyone's Thursday going? Overwatch's new season dropped, and one of the rewards in the new battle pass just calls you a Discord kitten. Interesting. Titty or tittle? Or tittle? It's tittle, so T-I-T-T-L-E. It's a combination of the two. Player title called Kitchen of Discord. Oh, okay. How do you earn it? Ugh. My Thursday? I don't think I need to have... fair enough, fair enough. I, actually, somewhat kind-of-ish big life event. I officially switched, community bands. I've been in the group that I was in for 5 years, and it just got to be too much of a commute, because it was, like, 30 minutes away from two places I lived ago. I used to live in one place, and that is where I was recording for the first like 5 or 6 months of this channel existing, and then we moved to the place that you are probably most familiar with, which was the place where I recorded for the vast majority of this channel's career. and that was for like 3 years. And that one was also like 35-40 minutes away from this band, but it was in like a different direction. So that one I was able to do the commute for, although it was a little bit more annoying than the original one. But then when I moved to this place, it is now a like 50 to an hour drive from my house, and because I am no longer able to work from home regularly, I now have to drive straight from work to that band to make practices. So it was ending up being like an hour and 15-minute drive from work straight to band, then band for like 3.5 hours, and then an hour drive home. So like I would leave for work in the morning and not get home until like 11:30. So it just got to be too much. I did that for the last year, and it just was not good. So I officially dropped out of those bands. I am now in a band that is in my hometown, so it is a lot closer. They practice on Wednesdays before I stream with Chev and Minx and Lumion. So instead of the practices, which would be from like this evening to like an hour ago, and then I would get home right around now, I will now be home on Thursdays, so I will be able to stream more often on Thursdays. And Wednesdays will not be affected because band practice ends before I usually start streaming. So there you go. You have to reach 175 on the battle pass, which is a lot of games. Jesus. So is that like 1,750 games? That is disgustingly large. What's going on? Oh, I'm talking about the community band that I switched. Just wondering, could there please be a redeem option for the Price is Right losing horn? Yeah, I think that was one of the ones that I had an idea for. I just never ended up adding it to the list. I can look into adding some more sounds. It's been a while since I have. Where'd you used to live? Oh, we got a STD. Let's go. I am not going to be disclosing where I used to live. I had a scare recently. I think I've talked about this on stream, but I like to mess with scam texters. There's also a My Hero Academia collab this season, which is interesting. Oh, that sounds fun. Plus, just because of the daily and weekly challenges that give a lot of XP. Oh, okay, I see. But theoretically, if you didn't do any of those, you would have to do the better part of 2,000 battles just to get to be called a Discord kitten. Alright, let me go fly over to I should turn off the shiny counter. Mine. Alright, let's go fly over there real quick. And then we can go back to Hardcore Manectric for a second. You're one of those people who gives scammers a hard time. Yeah, I don't mess with that stuff. Yeah, so what happened was, I'm one of those people that like I don't like do like what the YouTubers will do, where like they'll literally like call and talk to them and do like, you know, baiting them into giving them bank accounts and stuff like that. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm not that technically savvy. But what I do is whenever they do the texting thing where they're like, oh, sorry, wrong number. Anyway, do you want to send over pictures? I would love to send. Can you tell me where you live? I would love to send you a gift card or something like that. Like those weird ones where they like pretend to be someone sending a message, and then when you are rightfully like, okay, you have a wrong number, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Anyway, how are you? I like to actually respond to those and do ridiculous things. And, you know, say ridiculous, and like basically weird them out. I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. One of my high school buddies turned me on to doing it because he would always send these updates of like text chains, and I was like, okay, this seems like a lot of fun, so I joined in on the fun. But what happened was a couple weeks ago, I got one that was saying your order from the diaper lab is ready and should be delivered soon. And of course I'm not a father. There are no children that live anywhere close to here that I am at all connected with. So it was a scam, and I went to go text back, and I said, awesome, can't wait to chow down, because, you know, of course, ridiculous. I like the fact that I'm implying that I'm going to be eating the diaper. So I start doing that, and they start responding back, like, pretty much immediately, which doesn't always happen. And they're, like, also, like, upping the ante. Like, usually what will happen is the scammer will try to, like, mess with you. Or not try to mess with you. They'll try to, like, be, like, overly, like, accommodating of what you're saying, and being like, oh, they'll like just they'll like completely go along with it, and not really question the weirdness. They'll just try to, like, you know, follow the script to the best they can while someone is being absolutely ridiculous. Like, you know, talking about how I live in Antarctica, and have for the last 8 years, and they're like, oh, okay. Anyway, and they'll usually just they'll be like a little bit confused, but then like they'll try to keep to their script. This one was not doing that. This one was saying even more ridiculous things, and they started talking about how like how I could, like, you know, use their products, and, you know, they're high in fiber and stuff like that. I was like, oh, they're like they are messing with me just as much as I'm messing with them. I was really confused, and I eventually, like, I actually had to be the one that would like bring it down, because I couldn't like, the whole point is to be ridiculous above them, and I couldn't do that without, like, being so obviously ridiculous that it would be, you know, you have to make it, like, at least semi-plausible that you're really just a weirdo, rather than it being obvious that you're just messing with them. So I couldn't go and heighten and be weirder than them without being obvious that I was just messing with them. So I actually had to, like, bring it back in a couple times, but then they started, like, giving me, like, my full name and address, and I was like, they don't usually have that. Like, they'll sometimes have my name, and they'll have, like, an old address or something like that. That's just, you know, oh, the thing started, I guess. I will switch over here. I will continue this conversation in a second, but yeah, they normally would not have like all of the information, but they had like full address and stuff like that, and I started getting a little freaked out, and so I decided to you know, give a completely ridiculous area that I supposedly live instead of that, and be like, oh, you have the wrong address, stuff like that, and gave them like I think I said I lived in Anchorage, Alaska, or something like that. But then I said I was going to say something like, yeah, my neighbor lives in Massachusetts, so maybe that's where the confusion comes from, because, you know, I'm trying to be ridiculous and be like, oh, so you live in Anchorage, but your neighbor lives in Massachusetts. That makes no sense. But then they started. Then they gave the location that I was at the moment in a text message then, and that, like, I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm done. Apparently they either have my location services telling them, or they just so happen to guess a place that, like, is close to where I live in public. But, like, either way, I don't like how much information they have about me, and it was, you know, really stressing me out, and to the point where I was like, okay, I need to do some, like, takedowns on, like, my public information on Google and stuff like that. Like, I was starting to figure out how to do that, and then cut to a couple days later. I didn't end up telling my wife about this because I didn't want her stressing out about it, because, like, she stresses about a lot of things. So I was trying to deal with it on my own, and also she's like, you know, she'd probably just be like, well, this is what you get for messing with a scammer. But I ended up we were having some of her friends over, and then, like, while we were talking, all of a sudden she just mentioned it comes up, the topic comes up, and I start like talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I actually got these scam texts the other day, and she's like, and then she's like, oh, was it about a diaper thing? And I didn't mention that. I was like, that was you? And she's like, you didn't know? She thought, so apparently she had gotten one of her coworkers to text me during the middle of the workday with a scam message that they got because my wife knows that I mess with scammers. So she was basically was like, oh, you can send that scam message to my husband. He will respond, cause I will, and read me like a book. And she was feeding her information. So now I know the reason why they knew where I live, cause my wife was giving the address. So all of that to say, I had a scare where I thought that I had basically gotten doxxed. It turns out my wife was giving away my information to one of her friends whose number I didn't have. Oh my god. But yeah, so I am very, very, regardless of the fact that it wasn't actually me being doxxed, I am very, very nervous about that, because I like my privacy. I love, being able to put my face on this camera. I do not want you to see every part of my life. I like some things to say to myself. I also, I've heard the horror stories about, swatting and stuff like that. Really would rather not deal with that. Alright, no shinies. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that was stressful. Let me go through the 30 or so chats that I missed while I was monologuing. Just wondering, do you watch Arcado videos on YouTube such as Arcade Matt or Plush Time Wins? No. Not watched either of those channels. I really don't watch arcade games that much. We got 5 character skins: Deku, Uraraka, All Might, Shiragaki, and Toga. That makes sense. Those are the 5. I'm surprised Bakugo isn't in there also. Gonna be lurking a lot tonight, but rest assured I'm still here. Thank you so much, Luigi. I appreciate it. Never had one of those texts before. I didn't get them for a while, but like once I started getting them, if you respond to them, you get them more often. Have you ever pulled the I'm horny as F right now on one of them? No, because I don't want it to be like overtly I'm messing with them. I want it to be like believable enough that they will like think that there's a chance and keep going. I don't want to just send one weird thing because then they just don't respond and you never get the reaction. If you are plausible enough, you get their reaction because they respond. Gonna buy the new Mario Party game that just released. That's a good question. Probably not immediately. I have enough Mario Party games and I don't play them all that often. So, but maybe if I see like it really looks like a lot of really fun maps or something like that. Such devious and mischievous thing your wife did. Yeah, and the thing is, I was like, how can I get back at her? And I was like, I'm not smart or mischievous enough to figure out a good, revenge plot or anything like that. So I just decided that she got that one, and I'm gonna just consider it a fun little thing that happened, and not try to respond, just because like I do not think that like I don't think I could toe the line of making it so that it's funny while also being a satisfying like messing with someone. So I'm just kind of like, I don't need to mess with her. It's fine. She has to deal with me enough, like, just IRL. Like, I mess with her, like, on a small scale enough that it's probably worth her messing with me on a bit of a larger scale. Is this Toad's Factory music from Mario Kart Wii? Probably. It's Mario, or it's Nintendo Jazz music. The All Might skin made so many people mad. Really? Is it like not muscly? 76 laxatives in a coffee to get back at it. Yeah, no, see that's like on the on the wrong side of too far. That like that's my worry. Is like I either do something that's really dumb that it's just kind of like a mild inconvenience that's not nearly as entertaining and like it doesn't match what she did, or I risk going too far and doing something that's like actually legitimately like harmful, and I don't even want to play with that line. So I'm okay with accepting defeat on that one. Read your last comment about the rocket barrels. What about it? Oh, the music. Character in the game who has a buff form and not buff form. Very fitting for All Might if they gave the skin to the character who's gotten 3 collab skins in a row. Oh, okay, I see. That's annoying. That it sounds like you know, bigger gaming companies though. Oh, there's a perfect scenario where something that's that you know fans might like but isn't like the most popular thing already could possibly, you know, get its time in the sunlight. Might as well go with the popular thing again. It's the popular thing. An Optimus Prime skin, a WoW skin, and now All Might. Gotcha. The Deku skin is just cursed. What's wrong with it? Ah, man. I want to play another 8-bit band. Look up Deku Tracer. Oh, God. I know very little about Overwatch, but I do know who Tracer is, and I know who Deku is, and I don't know that it matches. Oh boy. Tired. Because despite the fact that I did not have band practice today, Pokemon, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. But yeah, despite the fact that I didn't have practice today, I did still have to drive down to practice to be able to drop off all of my stuff, because I still had like all my music and they rent out music stands, and they give us like shirts and stuff like that for the concerts. So I had to drop all that stuff off, which meant I had to get there before practice, straight from work, and then drive home. So I had to do all of the driving without the, you know, band part today, but that's the last time. So at the very least, I don't have to do it again. Oops. The other 3 skins are really well done, yet people still hated it, specifically the Uraraka skin. I mean, people are gonna hate there's gonna be haters of everything. It's inevitable. You're gonna have a vocal minority that are like, oh, disgusting, I hate this, it's the worst thing ever. You just have to hope that the game devs are equally immune to their comments as everyone else's comments. It's because of the character. I don't get the Uraraka hate. Like sure, she's the typical, like, you know, I believe in friendship character, but like she's fine. She's got a cool power. She can hold her own in a fight. It's like of all of the shonen female characters, she's one of the better ones for sure. Got Planet Zoo yesterday. Nice. Need a real keyboard and mouse because its controls are a bit wonky deck side. Gotcha. I've seen a lot of Tracer art, very explicit art. Yeah, I feel like that's the typical kind of character to have an extensive R34 page. Oh, the Overwatch character is the one that people are annoyed with. I feel like Uraraka is also has unfair hate though. I like, despite the fact that you weren't talking about her, I think that her character gets a decent amount of hate. Got Jamboree tonight. A friend of mine pre-ordered for me. I've never heard of Jamboree. Here's been to IHOP and had chocolate chip pancakes for breakfast. I've been to IHOP plenty of times. I love IHOP. I do not eat chocolate though, so I have not had the chocolate chip pancakes for breakfast. I actually went to IHOP after prom because it was like the only restaurant that was 24-hour, and we were like hungry after prom, so we all just went and drove to IHOP and had breakfast food in our tuxes and dresses. It was great. Oh, the new Super Mario Party game. Gotcha. Character who's been in the game for 3 seasons now and got 0 skins. Gave Uraraka to the character who just dropped last season. Ah. How dare. How dare. I do not eat chocolate. Biggest lie I ever caught on camera. No, I literally don't eat chocolate. I don't like the taste. I've had it maybe like 4 or 5 times in my life, and every time hated it. So, I do not eat it. I have plenty of vices when it comes to food. That is literally one of the ones that I do not have. Actually, I have a decent number that I avoid. Like, I'm not much of a snacker. I don't eat a ton of, like, sweets and stuff like that. My problem really is just, like, portion control, and I don't eat enough fruits and veggies. Those are my issues. I don't have a lot of the normal vices that cause, weight gain. Oops. Just take some damage for no reason. There we go. Currently waiting on something to arrive, so we're gonna hop off. Alright, Pokefan, have a good one. Thank you for the well wishes. I actually had my dentist appointment this morning. First one in a year. I missed my last one because of the move and stuff. But they, I was worried that I would finally have gotten my first cavity because I, didn't go to the dentist for a whole year, and was starting to get a little bit of like pain in the mouth every once in a while. And so I went into it being like, is my streak gonna finally be broken? Am I finally gonna have to like get a cavity filled and be among the mortals again? And it turns out no, I am still a god at my teeth not having holes in them. I had no cavities. They said that the X-rays look boring, which was nice. The one problem that I have is apparently my gums are inflamed, which is what was probably causing the pain. So they just were like, yeah, make sure you're brushing well, make sure you're flossing, and get an electric toothbrush or something like that. So really, all in all, a pretty good diagnosis for not having had a dentist appointment in a year. So I was very happy with that. The problem was though that they, because it was my first time at a new place, they basically spent the entire appointment just checking to see. Get like data on like a baseline, so they didn't actually have time to clean. So I have to go back in on Monday. Shrek, remind me, you have Steam, right? Yes, I do. Juno skins, last season character will sell a lot more than Venture skins, because Juno is a lot more horny-fiable. Fair enough. Close finishing Echoes of Wisdom, but I'm missing some unusual crystals around the overworld. Going to take a while before I find the rest. Oh, nice. Yeah, you've seen the streams. I beat the Gerudo dungeon and made my way over towards the Zora.
I love Skibidi Toilet. Hisso, Sigma, Ohio. Guyat, rizzed up the Rizzler, caught on camera, spotted in real life. Cops called, gone sexual. I will never say anything like this again.
Yeah. I'm sure that will never come up again. Should get the Tomb Raider trilogy then. It's usually $210, but still making it $12,000. Yeah, you were telling me last night. I'll have to check into it. I've never really been interested in playing Tomb Raider, but if it's that good of a deal, it might be worth it. You want to give me a clue on where Cobalion is in Paldea? I haven't played Scarlet Violet in months. Tomb Raider is awesome. I mean, I'm sure it is. It's a popular series. I just have not had any interest in playing it myself. I need to stop checking so frequently. Right, I'm gonna check every 5 minutes. Skibbity toilet brain rat jump scare. Yeah. I mean, sure. I don't understand the skibbity toilet thing, but at the same time, I very vividly remember all of the absolutely mushroom or acid trip video series that we used to watch when I was growing up. So like Charlie the Angry Unicorn, was it? Or the Annoying Orange was a little past my time, I think, but like Fred, like there's always going to be that kind of content. Skibbity Toilet's just the newest version, and apparently it's actually at least got story, unlike some of the things. Although the things that I mentioned all kind of had stories. Playing Rise of the Tomb Raider right now, fair. The new, it's not very new, but it's the newest Tomb Raider trilogy is pretty good. Cool. Haven't caught any legendaries, so no. Ah, gotcha. Fred, my beloved. Oh God. I had not heard or seen any of that for like a literal decade, and then like somewhat recently, within the last year or so, he was brought up in like a video I was watching, and they played like a clip from one of his videos, and when I tell you I had like PTSD-esque flashbacks to that time, it was like horrifying. I was like, oh God, I forgot how much I hated this guy.
Is going to far. That same person in 2010 or something like that watching MLG clips with Dortios and Mountain Dew.
Exactly, yeah. It's always going to be, when my generation did it, it was cool, but now it's just it's bad and wrong. It's get off my lawn, attitude, really. Not saying that you have to like it. I'm just saying, like, thinking that it's uniquely bad is just it's the thing that every older generation has thought about the younger generation, and it's, I don't think it's all that helpful. I loved Fred when I was younger. See, I think I was too old. I think I was too old. Fred was at Fred came to prominence at the point where I was already like in later middle school, and that it was seen as like not cool. And also I just really found his voice annoying, and all the screaming and stuff. So, I'm lurking. Overwatch sounds good, Solo. Welcome to the stream. Let's get some links to Zed. Appreciate you coming in, man. Hope you're doing well. We're just doing some shiny hunting. Oh, I should probably get out of that menu so that the STD can form. But thanks so much for joining in. For those of you who are unaware of Zed, what are you doing? What is you doing? Go check out Zed Games. Does some awesome Nintendo content. If you enjoy my stuff, you will 100% enjoy his stuff. We do play a lot of the same games. He streams at a normal hour, so that's a plus. And he does a lot of like community interactive stuff, like community battle nights in like Pokemon games and stuff like that. So definitely go check out his channel. He does some awesome stuff. Show some love. I haven't played Scarlet Battle in a long time, and I haven't caught any legendaries except the one in the main game, so I can't help you there. Yeah. Zed, thank you so much for being a member for 21 months, man. I really appreciate it. It's crazy that I'm coming up on having memberships for 2 years. Feels like just yesterday. My brain rat was Fred. Llamas with hats. Yep. Carl, that kills people. I liked that one. We are number one. Pingus? I don't know Pingus. Brain rat is a generational thing. For sure. I mean, for me, Asdif movies, for sure. I still enjoy them. I will die on that hill. But yeah, Still think Bring 'Em Out Today is still worse than the one way back in the day, but Bring 'Em Out way back in the day was still insane. Yeah, I don't think it's any worse or better. You don't know Pingus? Pingus Dr. Robotnik? I don't think I do. Love As This movie as well. Yeah, As This movie is great. Any distortions for me? No. Cool. Yeah, As This movie was great. Quoted that all the time. At least this wasn't like the series or anything like that, but the Trollolo guy, listen to that constantly. My band director got really into those videos. That video, we would like I would just sometimes go yeah 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 la 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 la, and she'd start singing it back, and so that one actually my band director actually got into a lot of those memes and stuff like that. It was cool. She was chill. Oh, the lick's coming up. There it is. The lick. My sister hated the origin of We Are Number One. Oh, Lazy Town? Oh yeah, there you go, Lazy Town. I never watched Lazy Town, but honestly, I kind of think that something about like the very vibrant colors I really like appeals to me. Appeals to some, you know, deeply buried part of my brain. It's like you know, maybe it's the deeply buried part of my brain that misses when movies had colors in them. Like movies these days just are all like matte grays. I think they're slowly working their way towards just having a completely blank screen so they don't have to pay actors. But I think it's just something about like having those like bright vibrant colors, and that just like is really nice. Maybe by comparison, but it's really nice. It's same with like the Barbie movie. I think my favorite part was just like how vibrant the colors were, and like the you know the look of the world. It's fun watching her bash her head on Tool. Yeah, I never watched shows just to bother my brother because I was the older brother. Well, I guess technically you could do it to your younger sibling. Yeah, I never really was the one doing the watching of the annoying shows that the other sibling didn't like. My brother was usually the one, just because I was like, oh, I couldn't possibly watch Dora the Explorer. It is baby show, and I, a 6-year-old, am an adult, or an older kid at least, couldn't possibly watch Dora. But yeah, so sibling lore. Oh yeah, I have a brother. Saying Lazy Town and some of the stuff to it is kind of uncanny. Get rid of the people, and you got yourself a liminal space and a level in the back rooms. Honestly, it's great. I watched Dora as a child, so did I. I'm sure at one point I decided that I couldn't watch it anymore because I was too old for it, but I did watch it and enjoy it. And even after I was like, too old, I would watch it when I was sick, And then again, I also was the kind of, like, I watched Sesame Street in college. Like, regularly. There was a summer where I was living at my apartment doing an internship and stuff like that, and we didn't have cable, but my roommate had set up a old school antenna that only got like the public service channels, which included PBS. So really, the only TV I could watch was some random Spanish religious channel. And PBS were like the two that we got most cleanly. So it was either watching some random guy preach in a language I don't understand, or Bob the Builder. And I was like, you know what, Bob, you can fix it, my friend. You can fix it, and I'm gonna watch you fix it, because I have nothing else to do. So I watched a decent amount of Bob the Builder. I watched a decent amount of Sesame Street, Thomas the Tank Engine. It was all like these older shows that you know what, they hold up. I don't care. A 6-year-old cannot watch such simple stuff as Dora the Explorer and need actually good stuff. Save 6-year-old watching Paw Patrol. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kids have a overinflated sense of how mature they are. It's always going to be a thing. Just love Dora the Explorer. Too bad I can't know for sure because my memory at the time did not exist. She did watch Dora, though. I do know that. Are you in the younger sibling? Doesn't Bob Tools just build everything for him? I mean, yeah, but he also like tells them what to do. Like they don't like, they're not the ones like they don't really put, they're usually the ones messing up his plan. And do, like, one of them, there's always a plot like where one of them does something you know, marginally wrong, and causes a small issue that Bob has to then fix by, you know, bringing the team together like a true leader and coordinating everyone to do the work. He does do some work. It's not like the tools do everything. He does like actually like build as well, with like a hammer and stuff like that. But like the, you know, the big backhoes and pickup trucks and stuff like that do a lot of the heavy lifting because they're, you know, cars. But yeah, he does do work. What is he? Bob the Foreman? Foremans do create tool and machinery and such, right? Hold on, I'm going to Google. Yeah, I'm gonna go someone. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, he was a builder, but he was also a contractor. Thoughts on the live-action Dora the Explorer movie? Never saw it. Don't have any opinions. Was Semi right? A foreman controls the construction crew. There you go. Literally just a foreman. Yeah, but it doesn't have the same kind of ring. It's not alliterative if you go Bob the Foreman. Can he for it? It doesn't fit. Bob the Builder is so much better. Yeah, that was my I think my junior and senior year of college. I was just it was on the TV, and then I got Funimation on my computer, and I started watching shows on my computer instead of using the antenna TV. So you want to lie to children? Constantly. Are you going to tell them Santa isn't real? I'm sorry. Everyone lies to children. It's a matter of whether you're man enough to admit it. I don't know what's going on, but we're having a time. Talking about Bob the Builder and lying to children. Let's go. Remember Bob's friend secretly made a camper for his work friend with some solar panels for electricity. Dora movie was pretty good. Interesting. I remember, like, growing up that Bob the Builder was like this, like, weird, like, claymation style guy, and then when I was watching it in college, he was like a fully 3D animated character, and I was like, ooh, what happened to Bob? He went through corporatization apparently, but I will admit that it looked better. Came across this channel putting comments roasting people into a song. It's great. Oh, nice. I lied to a 7-year-old that his parents aren't real and he's living in a simulation. Proud of you. Fight the power. Man, I'm getting no STDs. It's a shame. It really is. Also, thank you so much for 7 likes, everyone. I really appreciate the support. One of those songs the channel made is called A Sniper's Dream. It's all about some guy having a forehead of titans. Interesting. Would you watch the reboot of an old kid show or the original series back in the day? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, are you saying like if I had the choice between an old kids show rebooted or like the original? It depends on. I mean, if I'm watching the show, it's probably because I like the original, or grew up on the reboot. So it's whatever I watched growing up. I probably wouldn't watch. I probably wouldn't watch the original if I watched the reboot, and I probably wouldn't watch the reboot if I watched the original. I'm not necessarily going back to old kids' TV shows for the you know, riveting multi-season character arcs. I'm probably going back for some nostalgia, so I'm probably going to go to the one that I have nostalgia for. Oh boy. It really feels like a Friday to me, and I'm very disappointed it's not. I would very much like it to be Friday. I do not want to go to work tomorrow, but unfortunately, you gotta pay the bills so that Lola has a nice house and can you know, can get her food and her treats and such. Gotta pay the Lola toy budget. It's a shame. Good music. I've actually been debating just hard pressing on trying to get this shiny Manectric, because we've been hunting this thing for 2 years, and I'm only at 57, 87 encounters, which, you know, number's pretty big, but like it means that if I'm getting like, let's say 80 encounters an hour, that means I've done how many hours? Like 8,000 would be 100 hours, so a little over half of that, so maybe 60 hours, which is like, in the grand scheme of things, over 2 years, not a lot. Almost 3 or 4. Yeah, actually, it's almost 3. Yeah, it's almost 3 because we started it in like, actually, it was probably close to. I think we started it in March of 2022, and we didn't actually start the hunt for like the actual shiny hunt portion until like maybe like July or August. So it's been a solid two and change. And I would like to move on to a different game. Granted, I was thinking about this as well. Maybe I just do more of the hardcore nuzlocke while I'm waiting for the shiny to happen. Seagulls have not arrived yet. I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? It might. No, that alert's in here. Never mind. I was gonna say it might not be on the screen. It might only be on the Legends Arceus screen, but I think it's on the screen. Guess what? What's up? But yeah, I think that maybe doing the hardcore while I'm hunting this, also having a hardcore nuzlocke of a different game running, might be a smart move, just to be able to get ourselves farther along in this process. Because like, I undertook this challenge assuming that this would take multiple years. Like I went into it purposefully putting in 2022 for into the logo so that I could cross it out when it went to the next year. Like I fully expected and wanted this to be a multi-year thing. I did not expect to only be on the first game 2 years in. So maybe I should make some more progress. I also, I know I said that I'm going to be doing Jackbox tomorrow, but I kind of really want to do some Star Wars Battlefront. Actually, no, I should do Jackbox because I was thinking if it's a Battlefront stream, I kind of want to do it longer than the normal like 2-hour stream. Because my plan for Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, the thing with Star Wars Battlefront is I want to do a challenge where I play through all of the maps in instant action in a row without dying once in all of them, which probably is essentially impossible. But I want to give it like a really like good go. So I want to try and do that in a little bit of a longer stream. But on Friday I'm gonna have to do a normal length stream because I have to go to an eye doctor's appointment Saturday morning, so I have to go to bed at like a normal hour, not like 3 in the morning. So if I were going to bed at 3 in the morning, maybe I would do Battlefront. But to be fair, you only stream it like once a month. Is that now? Yeah, I've put together a schedule so that I follow. I don't like let things fall by the wayside so often. And this one is on for like doing it once every other week. So it's hopefully slightly better, but it's still not a lot. We're at 5,800 to go. Don't think told you about the sale yesterday? What sale? For Tomb Raider? You did tell me about it. Well, technically you told me about it on Wednesday, and it is now past midnight, so it's technically Friday, but... Oh, sorry, Crunchy. Chicken butt, ha 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 ha. I got you. It probably would have worked a lot better if I hadn't literally missed the message, but... got me. I have zero recollection of that. You did tell me. You told me about it yesterday and also today. you mentioned it twice. I'm so confused. I swear it's not that bad. Jesus. I was like, what? Am I going crazy? I'm lurking. Thank you so much, Zad. Appreciate you lurking, man. Always gotta ruin stuff. Ectric Pooey. I'm sorry. Am I being gaslit? I feel like I'm being gaslit. What the hell? I literally, you talked about it earlier this stream. There's a sale for Tomb Raider for $12. It would cost $210 with all the DLC. And you told me yesterday, although you said it was $11 yesterday. we're getting a raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, She-Wolf. Thank you so much for joining in. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ectric. I'm a PokeTuber by trade. I also do other gaming stuff like Baldur's Gate or Wii Sports speedrunning or Chivalry or a bunch of other things. So, you know, a lot of variety, but Pokemon is my main thing like we're doing tonight. So if any of that sounds interesting to you and you want to catch more in the future, consider liking the stream and subscribing to the channel so you can see more in the future. But I really appreciate you coming in tonight. We're trying to get a Shiny Manectric in Pokemon Emerald. And in the meantime, we're also looking to see if we can't get any Shinies in Space Type Distortions and PLA. So that's in the bottom corner for now. And then the main screen, oops, main screen. Yeah, there you go. Main screen is Emerald. But welcome in. Trashcan, thank you so much. Trashcan Man, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I really appreciate it. If you are in my chat, go check out Trashcan Man. He is a wonderful, wonderful streamer. Does some awesome, awesome content. Also another PokeTuber, so go show some love. And welcome in She-Wolf, Gerald, Roland, Trashcan Man, Zoim. Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate y'all being here. Romance, it's calling out to you. I love this song. I'm gonna get copyright claim for this song, but it's okay. It's worth it. Kirsten, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming in. No worries about being a little late. You're all set. Red Deathman 25. Thank you so much for coming in the raid as well. Jump with me, come towards with me. Oh yeah. I want to do a cover of this, but I don't have the variety of instrument talents to be able to play all of the music parts. But maybe I'll do an all trombone cover of it. My memory really is that bad. Gotcha. You're not being gaslit, honestly. I don't know what you're being gaslit about. Lucian just says memory OP. Okay. I feel a little bit better. Also late, no worries, you're all good. Found the exact spot I told you? Yeah, you told me yesterday, you told me today. And then you were like, wait, I need to tell you about this thing that I told you about 10 minutes ago. Do we get Trish Camden's link? We did. Beautiful. Gonna run and get some food real quick. Good luck on the Manectric. Thank you so much, Trash Man. I really appreciate it. Hope your stream was good. Hope you had a fun time. Vanessa, thank you so much for subscribing. I hope that you will enjoy yourself while you're here. I really, really appreciate the support, and I hope to see you in streams in the future. The Odyssey. I love jazz music so much. It's so good. I want to do now that I dropped out of the community band that I'm in and have a little bit more time on Thursdays. I'm actually planning on doing setting aside like a good hour and a half of my Thursday evenings to be able to just do some jazz playing / possibly creating some jazz covers and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to try to do that, and that'll go up on the Ectric channel, I think, which I haven't posted to in like half a year. Oops. It's fine. It's got like 16 subscribers. I'm gonna head off for the night soon. Hope you can find at least one shiny. Thanks so much, Luigi. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Yeah, we'll see if we can't get a shiny. Also, an STD did form, so we have to go over there. Thank you so much for 12 likes, everyone. I really appreciate it. There are your seagulls, dazzling. Alright. Have you been Ectric? Been a little bit? It's been great. It's been great. Having a grand old time. Been trying to get a good variety of games going through and not let any of them drop. Also trying to finish up some games, so I can maybe play less variety so that I, don't confuse people on what I'm doing. Play so many different games that no one knows what I'm playing. They're like, oh, he's a PokeTuber, but he plays Pokemon like once a week. Okay. That doesn't sound like much of a PokeTuber. Please pin my like goal and don't miss it. Sure. Good message. Did I not pin the first one? I meant to. We're nagging him too much. It's fine. You're all good. Oh, I should probably switch over to this screen. Sure, I'll enjoy. I love chill streams in Pokemon. Appreciate it. Truly do. Glad to have you in. And I will not. I tend to be pretty humble. And you know I'm humble because I tell you that I'm humble. That's the most humble thing you can do is constantly brag about how humble you are. But I generally am not like I don't brag too much about my skills as a streamer. But one thing that I do think I am is a pretty chill streamer. So if that's what you're looking for, you've come to the right place for that kind of vibe. Unless I'm playing something like Rocket League or Party Animals, then all bets are off and I might curse up a storm and be really angry. See the messages about me being wrong? Yes, I did see. I appreciate you acknowledging. I was nervous that I had been going crazy. While you fight off your STD, I'm going to go brush my teeth. Your tooth. Alright. Enjoy. Make sure that you floss around the edge. I guess. I don't know. Freaking cartoon character over here with one tooth. Call him a Rugrat. Oh, another thing that I found out at my dentist appointment today is that I only have one wisdom tooth. Which makes sense. I'm not that wise. But I literally they only can find one wisdom tooth, and it is not coming in because it got caught on another bone, apparently. So that's neat. I might not ever need to have surgery to get them removed, if that's the case. Although they said they might want to remove it just because, like, they said it was called impacted, which basically means that, like I said, the bone gets caught on another bone and doesn't come out because of it, and apparently you can form a little pocket that could get infected if you leave it, but, you know. I like to live dangerously. Speaking of party animals, when that's happening again? Good question. I think it's on the calendar for next week. But don't quote me on that. It might be 2 weeks from now. I'll have to check. We haven't heard talk about one in a while. Come on, give me a shiny Eevee or a shiny Porygon. That's what I need. Both of them are perfected Pokedex, so they should just happen. I love the song. I love the music in Odyssey in general. It's so good. They did such a good job on that soundtrack. So many blue shards. Where the heck is the last special spawn? Where did you go, buddy? Come on. You can show your face. No need to be afraid. I'll only catch you if you're something important. Unfortunately, you are kind of important, so There we go. Did you Manectric? I did not get it yet, unfortunately, Mumble. But I'm doing a joint space-time distortion / Manectric hunt. So right now we're in the Manectric portion, or the space-time distortion portion. Hey, that rhymed. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming in. I'm back with pasta. Ooh, nice. What kind of pasta? Is it just like buttered noodles, or you got some good old great Italian gravy on it, or like a Alfredo sauce? Is it underneath? Is it as part of a lasagna? What do you got? Or I guess it could be like an Asian noodle or something like that. Alright. Distortion faded. No shiny luck still. So we're back. There we go. Some bow tie with melted pepper jack. Hey. No need to mess with a good thing by making it too complicated. I had some they're called radiatori, which I tried for the first time while I was on my trip to Montana. Went on a trip to Glacier National Park in Montana back in August, and it was at one of the restaurants we stopped. It was a brewery, and they just had like some food that they sold along with the alcohol, and we got dinner there. And I got like a pasta salad, and it had the weirdest shaped pasta I had ever seen. It literally looked like brains. I showed the picture on a previous stream, but it was so weird. But it was all like, I really liked it because it was like so dense, and it also like had a lot of ridges to be able to hold on to sauce. So like it held sauce really well and was dense, which are like two of my favorite things in a pasta. Came to my neck of the woods. Oh, there you go. I am not anywhere near Montana normally, but it was the first time I had been past like Ohio, to the west at least. I've been all the way to Germany in the east, but that was the farthest west I had ever been. But yeah, we went to a random brewery, got some pasta salad. Shape was really weird, but I really liked it. So I took a picture of it and looked it up later, and I think what shape it is the radiatori, but it was like a custom made radiatori, just because it had like squiggles to it that made it look more brain-like, whereas the radiatori basically looks like a screw. It's got like a center tube, and then it's got like the ridges, like the spiraling on the outside of a screw, and it's quite good. So I had some of that with some chicken parm that I made, which was really good. Forgot to increment. There we go. But yeah, that was really good dinner. The chicken parm that I made was probably the best I've ever made. I was talking about this the other day, but it literally, like, I made it the way I usually make my eggplant parm, which I make a good eggplant parm. I will just say that I'm very proud of my eggplant parm skills. But yeah, so usually the way I make it is I will take I'll take like the chicken breasts, and you obviously you pound them out to flatten them a little bit with like a meat pulverizer or whatever it's called, a meat hammer, and then you fry it and put some sauce and cheese on top of it and turn it into a parm. But what I usually would do is I would just put them out like separate, almost like the piece of chicken, fried pieces of chicken would go out separate, and then I'd just pour sauce and cheese on each individual one. But this time what I did was I accidentally bought cutlets instead of breasts, so they were smaller pieces. So rather than just doing it individually, I did like a two-tier, almost like a lasagna for chicken parm, and I fried each of the cutlets, and then I stacked them I did sauce, chicken, sauce, cheese, chicken, sauce, cheese. and baked that after I'd fried all the chicken, obviously, so that it was like cooked through. I baked the entire thing together for 35 minutes at like 375, and it basically turned into like a chicken parm lasagna. It was really good, and so I've been eating that on that all week, and it's I would highly recommend, highly recommend. My mouth is watering. Yeah, it's quite good. I would definitely recommend doing that kind of style for if you're ever looking to make chicken parm. And it's not too difficult. The hardest part, I think, is just frying the chicken. But I have an air fryer, so that makes it easier. But yeah, it's really just like the most annoying part is you just have to like you're gonna want to. Oh, another space-time distortion for me. Let's go. But yeah, so basically you just have to like rinse off the chicken, and then you need to dry it, and then put flour, egg, like scrambled egg, and then breadcrumbs in that order. And it's just really annoying, like going from one to one to one, because your hands get like caked in breadcrumbs, and then you have to like wash them off constantly. Because there's no way you're going to be able to do all of the chicken that you need to do in one go. I don't know why I'm going over here. That's not where the STD is going. But yeah, so really the most annoying part is just the process of frying, because it just takes so freaking long. Because you have to do like a few pieces at a time, essentially. But the air fryer definitely helps, and after doing that for like after frying for like an hour to an hour and a half, the actual just putting it together is pretty easy. You just layer, and then throw it in the oven for a while, and pops out a really good dish. I also used some fresh basil in the sauce. I used jarred tomato sauce, but I augmented it. I threw in some fresh basil, some parsley, some oregano, garlic and onion powder, and a little bit of salt and pepper, just to give it a little bit more flavor and stuff like that. And then instead of using like the shakeable basil, I used some fresh basil, and then I took some of that fresh basil and I mixed it in with the top layer of cheese, so you got like a nice like basil-y cheese, mozzarella cheese on top layer, and it tastes really good. Owl Dusty, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I hope that you will enjoy yourself while you're here, and I hope to see you in more streams in the future. Alright, well, on Snapple number 2. Time to get serious. Alright. Let's keep hunting here until the distortion starts. We're good to go. It'd be really crazy if I like found a shiny in Emerald while I was just like not only half paying attention. If you didn't know I am back, I don't know if you read my message before because I was not paying attention. I did not see that you were back, but welcome back. And Mom Wolf, no, you do not want to know what happened. He just said he was brushing his teeth, or sorry, said he was brushing his teeth. There was not much to know. Any shinies yet? No, unfortunately not. But welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming in. Hope all is well with you. You down for Necrozma or want to do Venom? Oh, sorry. You're talking to She-Wolf. Gotcha. But yeah, thank you so much for joining in, Travis. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. All right. Man, shiny hunting in the old games really does suck. It's brutal, man. I should start doing what everyone else does and just do multiple instances of the game at the same time. I feel like that's the solution, is to just, you know, multitask. Dude, your fourth to last comment? Jesus. That's where I got my last comment came from. What was your last comment? Being kissed by a dog, someone please give me some hot water. I don't know. Whatever you do, man, or piss off Minxie. Listen, I have a ton of goodwill built up in that I have protected her character from Chev in Baldur's Gate for all of the weeks that she's missed, and I am putting up with her shenanigans of constantly getting arrested and having to reload saves because of her. It's just if she gets pissed at me, I'm gonna be like, oh really? Well, I maybe I'll just let Chev do what he's been wanting to do and punch her character or whatever, or you know, throw a Asterion off a cliff, or I'll just be like, listen, I've put up with your shenanigans for way too long, so I'm gonna cash in my my get out of being annoying free card. It was Chev's fault? Which one? Like, I mean, in general, it's Chev's fault. I agree, but like the one that I'm thinking of from last night was 100% Nyx's fault. She literally just kept jumping down things and taking damage and getting caught because her invisibility would fail the second she took damage. I wonder if it takes these things to freaking spawn. There it goes. Alright, Cyndaquil picking up my Porygon spaces, unfortunately. I mean, we still need a Cyndaquil, so it's not a total waste if we get it from one of those, but eventually they're just going to be taking up space. Already kind of are. Really? I didn't get you. No. Oh, the Midnight Campaign. I see. Yes, that was Chev's fault. It's also very funny. I woke up this morning to a litany of Discord messages from 3:50 in the morning about Chev doing something to Minx, and I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm very curious now. No shiny Porygon, unfortunately, because that's the last special spawn. It's really annoying that special spawns don't spawn as quickly as you catch them. Like, if I were to catch them quicker, I would theoretically be able to get more of them. That would be a good system. Unfortunately, it's not the system we were given. Stop moving the camera. With all of these walls. This is a terrible place to wander around for a space-time distortion. I think he was getting held for it. Yeah. He was getting held for it this morning and into the afternoon. Neil, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. I'm doing just fine. No shinies yet, but we're working on it. Who knows? Maybe we'll find one before the end of the stream. Kind of doubt it, because both of these are low odds. I mean, this one's not super duper low odds, but it's unfortunately low spawn number of spawns, which just means like by just the simple a numbers game, it's going to be more time per shiny. Transportation, rotisserie chicken cannot be real. Alright. Nothing doing there. I have a question. What's up? An hour for them to download mods. It was hilarious. Jesus. Yeah, those streams just are like, just sit around and gab fests. Because, like, no matter what we're doing, it always takes forever for us to start. And there's so much downtime in those streams. It really is just like a hangout session. Do you know how to fix a hug command for Mincy? Is this like a bot command? Because if so, I probably could try. I don't know that I would be any more successful than anyone else who has used the bot before. Mincy is angry at Chef. So we're good on this game. Back to my other game. There we go. Streamlabs, so Cloudbot. Yeah, I mean, I could try, but I don't know that I'd be any more effective than anyone else. It's not like a coding thing necessarily. It's just a you know, it's like I didn't code this, so I can't like customize some sort of fix to it. It's just gonna be a figuring out how the bot works type of thing. Appreciate the help if you can. I'll give it a shot. I can give it a shot. Should update your channel banner? Yeah, I know. It's been a while. It's been too long. I should probably just switch it to a generic one while I work on the one that I have in mind. Because I want to actually make like an artwork banner rather than just like a conglomeration of all of my series logos. Because at this point, there's been so many different games that I've played, and it's not like now the live streams are the ones that are the main content. Back in the day, when I was making those, the main content was the video series, and then the live streams were like just kind of like on the like additional ones, and they were on the outside. But it nowadays, you know, it doesn't make sense because I'm playing like so many different games. It just would get really cluttered, and it's like, you know, I originally did that because I really liked the history of like, okay, I have all of these this is my entire channel in like an image essentially. It had like references to every single series, but like at this point the streams are it's not nearly as like I'm doing these distinct games at these distinct times and then we move on to the next game. It's much more like oh, we just play these games every once in a while type of stuff. So it would be tough to really do to keep that going. So I'm thinking about just making like an art version of what I had in mind, where it's gonna have like references to the channel, but it's gonna be like incorporated into one piece of art rather than just like a black backdrop with my channel's name and the logos. Thoughts on doing a Pokemon map randomizer? I mean, I've played the Pokemon GeoGuessr with oh, that's a completely different thing. Sorry. I thought you were talking about like a find where you are on a Pokemon map thing. Because I've done the GeoGuessr with Anxious Christian, but you're talking about like map randomizing the game so that like different doors lead to different places. I'd be down to try it sometime. It seems like fun. I just don't. I kind of am not. I try not to do things that I just watched someone else do on YouTube. Or if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it like with my own spin on it. Just because it feels like I wouldn't be. I'm not being myself if I'm not like putting my own spin on it or coming up with my own ideas. Like I don't want to just be stealing someone else's idea. So I would want to try and come up with like either do like a map randomizer race or something like that with someone, or do some sort of like twist on the map randomizer so that it's not just another map randomizer. Down to try to make something for you for a playthrough? A map randomizer? Adding in some custom things could be a way to make it unique. I'd be down. Also, thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out and chatting with me. I really, really appreciate all of y'all being here. I was thinking more custom ROM in general, but I can attempt to randomize it. I mean, I suppose that if you did a custom ROM, first of all, that's very, very generous of you to offer. And if you made one, I would definitely play it. But I assume that if you were to go through the process of making a custom ROM, we could probably play it like normally, and then at some point do a map randomizer of it. Nothing yet. That end. Still gotta finish the one I'm making for Horsey, but it'd be done to make one for you after. I really appreciate that, Solo. If you ever do that, I would be super, super grateful and would definitely play it on stream. But I even try, I don't remember any of the moves. I should go back and play some Scarlet Violet again. It's been a while. Maybe do some terror raids, because I haven't done those in frickin' forever. Mostly done that one, just have dialogue left, which is why it's taking me so long. Yeah, I can understand that. That probably takes a decent chunk of time. Can't come up with anything good. I mean, if you have like story plots, then that's one thing. But if it's just like quippy one-liners or something like that, maybe I could come up with some more and send over some suggestions. If it's for Horsey's channel, that is. There's an item randomizer that changes the item locations on the map as well as the entrances. I mean, that's already possible in like regular randomized games. Like anytime I do a randomizer, you can randomize what items pop up where. How would you feel about doing Google translated Pokemon? What do you mean? Like, you are Google translating names of Pokemon because like I'm not sure why you would do that rather than just use the regular names, but I wouldn't necessarily be opposed. But I'm assuming that's not what you mean. Every single line of dialogue runs through Google Translate a bunch of times. That's actually very funny. Maybe we do that with a game that I'm not familiar with the story. Maybe we could do that with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and that'll be my experience of that game, because I've never played those ones before. That could be really fun. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if you can mod those ones. Is the only problem. I think that would be really funny if I have not played one of the Pokemon games, and my first experience was with Google Translated, and I have to try and figure out what the heck the story is. like maybe we could do it with like one of the Xbox games, like Gale of Darkness or something like that. Only works for GBA games. Gotcha. Are there any Pokemon GBA games that are like non-mainline that you could possibly mess with? Because otherwise, like, yeah, I think that, like, regardless, I think it's a funny idea. It's just like I feel like the gimmick would wear off a little bit once after a little bit, unless it's like I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on in the game. Gonna look into my program a bit more tomorrow. Gotcha. Well, let me know, because I would definitely be down to do that. I just think that it'd be more entertaining if I have not already played the game and know what's going on. In there. Alright. We have not been getting any Pokemons, have we? No shinies again. This is like the 4th or 5th time we've done one of these streams where we do STD hunts and Manectric hunts, and we have not gotten a single shiny in... Actually, that's not true. That's not true. We did get one duplicate shiny in STD in one of these streams. It was I think it was like a Luxray, or it was like a Luxio or something like that. And I think we failed a shiny right before it. Like, a shiny fail inside the distortion, and then right after the distortion faded, one of the Pokemon that spawned in afterwards was also shiny. Looking into things a bit more, I might be able to do Ultra Sun, but it's going to be weird. Alright, well, I mean, the only problem is how similar to Ultra Sun is just regular Sun, because, like, I've played regular Sun, or Sun and Moon, so I've heard that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are not that different, but maybe I'll look into how easy it is to mod, like, a Gale of Darkness or something like that, and then you can just, like, I could just, like, help you work out, like, the kinks of, like, modding the game, and then just after that you can just do the Google translating by yourself. Pretty different, not super different, but different enough. All right. Well, we can do it whichever one's easiest for you. We're at 58.50. Let's go. Going for an hour and a half and gotten through 125 Pokemon in this game. And that's with 2 STDs. Or actually 3 STDs I think we've gone through. I'm gonna see about Ultra Sun tomorrow because it's way too late to get started. Oh yeah, absolutely. Take your time. I've got plenty of games that I'm playing right now. Oh wait, I don't think I pressed the button on that one. We'll come back twice. Right. be a very ambitious project, though, because it's my first attempt at running a 3DS game. Yeah, no, and listen, if it's too much of an undertaking, please do not feel obligated to go through with it. This is, you know, you're doing this out of the kindness of your heart, so please don't feel obligated to do it just because you mentioned it. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. But if you're willing to do it and you want to do it, then I would be very, very grateful for the option to do a fun idea like that. Alright. What do we think? Go to another like 11 Manectric encounters and then maybe try to find one more STD before we end off stream? Actually, let's just go until we get the next STD within reason. So we'll keep hunting in Emerald, but then once we get the next STD, we'll go to the nearest like 5 marker or something like that. Might be able to mod a fan game if you haven't played. Oh, okay, that could work. That'd be fun. Because I've been meaning to play more of those fan games as well. Really, the problem is I have a full-time job and I can't just stream all day every day and play all of the different games I want to play. That's my main problem in life. It's a hard life I lead. Not enough time for all of the video games that I want to play. How we doing on PLA? Nothing. Alright. Alright. Pokemon Glazed? I have not seen any gameplay of that. What is the premise? Or I guess like, yeah, I guess what's the premise? Don't give me anything like really in depth about the story or anything like that, but there's like, what's the basic gameplay? Like is it just like a full like Pokemon story, or is it like your Team Rocket, or like set in 3 different regions, 2 new and Johto? Okay. And it's just it's got a full story and stuff like that? If so, then yeah, I'm down. Just forgot to comment again. Takes place years after Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Cool. Yeah, I'm down. Definitely down. Keeps asking me if I want to continue watching. I do, I promise. Let's see. Cool. What I really like about it is it has Mega Evolution, but it's permanent, so it doesn't wear off after battle. Oh, interesting. That's cool. What is the downside to it? Or is it just that you use up the Mega Stones and only get a certain number? Because like I feel like Megas are almost exclusively just objectively better versions. It's not listening and downside, but I'm just looking at a list of fan games, not really an in-depth look at Glaze specifically. Okay. I was just curious, but I suppose I will theoretically find out. Oops, forgot to increment again. I keep forgetting to do that every time I talk to chat. This is all your fault, is basically what I'm saying. I'll see about a Sun. If not, I'll try Glaze, and if not, we'll have to think about something else. Yeah. Keep me posted. I'm definitely interested. That could be a lot of fun. Check now. Alright, that means we check them at exactly 5 minutes from now. We're guaranteed to spot it if it happens. Glaze is more likely to work. It all comes down to how complex things look when I dump an Ultra Sun ROM. Gotcha. I hope you learned MIPS and binary. Imagine if you had to like edit bit by bit rather than just like editing like files. That'd be awful. If we get to 5,900 without getting an STD, I'm just going to call it, because I do need to go to bed, because, like I said, unfortunately, it is not Friday, and I have to go to work tomorrow. Excuse me. Moderating text changes aren't too complicated? There you go. Let's go. Love to hear that. I feel like it's the way they probably organize it is that they just have a like file or files where it's just like a bunch of like string variables, but with the each dialogue option. So it theoretically would be as simple as just changing the text files, essentially, and subbing out the original dialogue for the new and improved translated version, but, you know, no guarantees. Incredibly time-consuming to Google Translate every line of dialogue. Yeah, for sure. I wonder if there's a way you could create a bot to do it. I could look into that for you. Let's see. Can't wait to look at the files, have smoke come out of my ears, and feel my brain turn to mush. Learning new code. Yeah, I know that feeling well. But in all seriousness, I think it is probably possible to create like a Python code to like just take a bunch of lines in a text file and run them through Google Translate and then spit them out into a different text file. So maybe I'll look into that tomorrow. See if it's possible. That might help you out. Also, we're going to go to 5885 just because I really have to go to the bathroom. So, We'll end off in 3 more encounters. Gotta love going from zero code experience to modding a professionally made game. Hey, listen, everyone starts somewhere. And I think that the easiest way to learn coding is to do projects that you're interested in. You're not going to learn nearly as much from just doing a random, Hello World tutorial as you are from like trial and error figuring out how to create that game you really wanted to create, or like creating some sort of like functional tool that you've been looking for and haven't been able to find out in the wild. I think that's the best way to learn. That's how I stay most motivated for my coding projects, is finding something that like helps me in my everyday life or is something fun I want to do. But yeah, I think we are going to call it here. Apologies for not going until the next Space-Time Distortion. Like I said, I would, but I really got to go to bed. I also really have to go to the bathroom. So I hope you enjoyed this stream. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much, Trash Can Man, again for the raid, my friend. I really, really appreciate the support. We're going to go and find someone to pass on the love to, so don't go anywhere just yet. You know what? Let's raid Donkey Bon. He's doing some
Crazy, bro.
Animal Crossing.
At least you're,
So I'm gonna go pass on the love to him. Thanks for the stream. Thank you so much for joining in. I really, really appreciate it. So if you can join me and go over to Donkey Bon's channel, drop a hashtag #ElectriCrew, drop a like, drop a sub, show some love to his channel. He is a wonderful, wonderful guy. Does some awesome content as well. I hope that to see you over there. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And until the next stream, I will see you. Bye.